They laughed when she stepped into the arena. A worn-out coat, a rusted truck, and a nameless horse, the joke of the showcase. A veteran clinging to the last bits of dignity. No one knew her past. No one knew what she and that horse had survived together. And then the music began. Before we dive in, where are you watching from? If this story moves you, hit subscribe and share with someone who needs a reminder that greatness can come from the most unexpected places. The wind howled across the dry plains of northern Arizona. Dawn broke over the hills, casting long shadows across the cracked earth. The corrugated roof of a small barn groaned under the weight of the morning sun, its paint peeling like old scars. Dust swirled lazily through the air, caught in the first light of day. Inside the barn, Mara Ellison stood by the stable door, watching the horizon. She was tall, lean, and weathered by time and war. Her once dark hair now streaked with gray, her face lined by years of silence and survival. A jagged scar ran down her forearm, a souvenir from an IED blast in Afghanistan. She never covered it. It reminded her of every battle she'd fought, both outside and within. After returning home, Mara found herself adrift. The world had moved on without her. Her parents were gone, leaving behind a forgotten ranch, a place she hadn't visited since childhood. Fences sagged, the house creaked, and the land seemed tired, just like her. But something about the quiet pulled her back. Maybe it was the sky, wide and endless like the deserts she once patrolled. Or maybe it was the silence, the only thing that didn't demand anything from her. Every morning, before the sun fully rose, Mara brewed coffee, black and bitter, and walked the grounds barefoot. She checked the fence lines, fed the animals, and brushed each horse with careful hands. They responded to her calm presence, recognizing the steady rhythm of her steps. One morning, 5 years ago, she found him, a skinny, mud-caked Mustang near a deep ravine after a summer storm. He was barely alive, eyes sunken, ribs visible beneath matted fur. One leg bore a swollen wound. She thought he might not make it, but he did. She named him Shadow, though he preferred to be called Storm in spirit. Mara didn't train him like others would. She didn't use whips or force. She simply existed beside him, offering space and patience. Over time, Storm healed, not just his body, his soul, and in return, he gave Mara something she hadn't felt in years: peace. Nights were still hard. Memories of mortar fire, screams, and blood haunted her dreams. But when she woke, heart pounding, she'd slip out to the stable and find Storm waiting. He'd nuzzle her hand, steady as stone, grounding her in the present. In many ways, they were alike, battered, underestimated, and overlooked. Then came the Redford brothers, Caleb and Taylor, arrogant, flashy, and loud. They rolled up in a shiny black pickup, towing a pristine trailer filled with show horses. Their laughter echoed through the dusty yard. Well, Caleb sneered, stepping out. "Didn't think you'd still be out here, Miss Ellison." Taylor smirked, eyeing Storm. "Still talking to that wild thing like it understands you?" Mara said nothing. Just watched them go, jaw tight, fists clenched. Later that night, her granddaughter, Ellie, leaned out the upstairs window, sketchbook in hand. She saw everything. "They're wrong," Ellie whispered. "Storm's special. You're special. You should prove it." Mara didn't answer right away. She looked at the horizon, silent for a long moment. Then, finally, she said, "Maybe you're right." Days passed. Mara dug to the attic and found her father's old leather saddle, cracked but sturdy. She oiled it, polished the silver, and placed it gently on Storm's back. He didn't flinch, just stood there ready. They trained in silence, moving as one. No commands, just trust. Word spread quickly in town. People talked about the crazy veteran and her broken-down horse. Some pitied her. Others laughed. Then came Dr. Cole, the new vet. He recognized Mara from a veterans event. He saw how Storm stayed calm during fireworks, sensing her fear and grounding her. "I'd like to help," he offered. "If you're going to San Antonio, I want to make sure he's healthy enough." Mara hesitated, but she nodded. Cole examined Storm, surprised at his strength, his calm, his intelligence. "This isn't just any Mustang," he murmured. There's something special about him. Mara didn't say much. Just thank him. The journey to the National Horsemanship Showcase was rough. Their old truck sputtered through the desert heat. Halfway through, it overheated. And who showed up but Caleb Redford's rig, pulling up behind them with a sleek trailer. Mara stiffened, but then Cole stepped out. Chuck insisted I ride with them, he said. Figured I'd stop when I saw your smoke. Mara hesitated. Pride warred with necessity. But Storm needed shade, so she agreed. Together, they loaded Storm onto the Redford trailer and continued the journey. When they arrived at the complex, the contrast was stark. Glossy stables, polished riders, and high-end trailers. Mara's truck looked like junkyard scrap next to them. They were assigned stall 29, the farthest, dustiest, and worst-maintained spot. Taylor Redford rode by, smirking. Should have stayed home, Miss Ellison. Mara didn't respond, just kept working. That night, Storm became agitated. His muzzle was inflamed. Someone had laced his hay with chemicals. Cole arrived, helped flush Storm's mouth, applied ointment. Someone doesn't want him to compete, he said grimly. Mara's jaw tightened. I have a guess who. Morning came. The arena buzzed with excitement. Cameras flashed. Judges scribbled notes. Mara stood backstage, breathing slowly. Storm waited beside her, ears flicking forward. The announcer called her name. And now, representing stall 29, Mara Ellison riding Storm. The crowd murmured. Some chuckled. Others raised phones. Then the music began. Mara guided Storm into the ring. No lead rope, no whip, just movement, grace, and trust. He spun. Side pass, piaffe, movements usually reserved for elite dressage champions. Gasps filled the stadium. Cameras zoomed in. Then Mara released the reins. Silence. Storm obeyed every subtle cue. A half pass, a levade, a final pirouette. The arena fell silent, then erupted into thunderous applause. Tears welled in Ellie's eyes. You did it. Later, a judge approached. We need to talk about Storm's lineage. Another man appeared, Jeremiah, older, trembling. Celestia, he whispered. That's her mark. Storm had been born from a lost mare, part of a secret breeding program. Someone tried to erase him. Then Cole spoke up. I heard Caleb give orders to abandon Celestia in the ravine. Travis, standing nearby, swallowed hard. I heard it too, he admitted. The truth spilled out. Caleb Redford was suspended. Investigations began. Mara stood beside Storm, heart full. Finals came. Grace in her old hat. Storm in his simple tack. No tricks. No flair. Just connection. They danced. Slow, measured, intimate. The crowd was silent, then erupted in cheers. They won. Months later, Mara and Jeremiah founded Ellison Cole Horsemanship Ranch, a sanctuary for rescue horses and veterans. Storm roamed freely, teaching young horses, helping people heal. Ellie grew into a confident young woman, leading lessons, guiding children like Miranda, a girl afraid of horses after a fall. One day, Miranda reached out and touched Storm's nose. He snorted softly. She smiled. Mara watched from afar, arms crossed, heart full. This was her victory. Not trophies, not fame, connection, healing, hope. Thank you for staying until the end of this story. We'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know your favorite part. If you enjoyed the journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more stories like this one. Hit the notification bell so you're always updated on our latest content. Your support truly means the world. Moral lesson. Sometimes the ones who seem broken hold the greatest strength, and sometimes healing comes not from fixing ourselves, but from finding someone who sees us exactly as we are